Hello there, YouTube. Welcome to a 31 degree Wednesday, the 11th of November. Or I keep throwing that November out there. December. It's 34 now, so it's getting nice. Wow, it's beautiful out here. Got some really cool looking clouds. Yeah, it's crazy how quick you get used to the temperature and how 34 degrees actually feels quite comfortable. I'll take it. Yeah, it's beautiful out here. Be a nice clear ride to work. That will be great. I love the drive. The trip back and forth to work with them roads dry is everything. That white cloud of nastiness, especially in the dark coming home, is just terrible. But anyway, let's roll out. Y'all come on along. 39 degrees and cloudy. I think it's supposed to burn off and be partly sunny. Yeah.
Today. And then the rain comes tomorrow.
Yep, the rain is tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Back to the normal Pacific Northwest.
Yeah.
Just in time for the weekend to start showing up.
I know it's going to be just raining.
Yeah. Never fails. I know. It's the curse of motorcycle riders in the Northwest.
Yeah.
Don't have the weekends off.
I know.
Have your days off. If you had it during the week, the weather would switch.
It's a given.
Yeah. But such is life. Well, Mama?
Yes,
we made it. What are we?
Wednesday.
We're hump day today.
Yes. Just get on the other side.
Yeah. All right. Let's go in there and do our thing.
All right.
All right. Have yourself a wonderful day there, Mama.
You too, hubby.
All right. Love you. See you. Bye.
I love you.
Bye now. Let it warm up a little bit, and we'll take this thing for a test ride. I think I may be starting to pull the motor out of that BMW next. I asked, and I got, not a firm answer, because the Champagne, it's a store bike, and Spyders don't really sell this time of year, so I don't think there's any rush on these things. So, but as a rush, because we're, a strict time limit, something goes sideways, of correcting whatever. But yesterday, Kelly called a Paradise Harley. I think they're in Tigard, Oregon. We don't deal with. It used to be Latest, now it's Volcano or something, and they charge. One, they're really hard to deal with. They're not very nice. They're not willing to deal with us. They don't give us jobber prices or anything. Well, this is personal, so Kelly just called and, paid for it over the phone. Showed up here this morning, and Jeannie, our gal that checks everything's in, is freaking out because you can't find it in the system or nothing. So she calls up to Kelly. She's going, well, Shawn does Harley stuff, so she goes, hey, these Harley-Davidson stuff from Harley-Davidson. It's called Paradise Harley-Davidson. And anyway, she goes, yeah, that's for me. I meant to tell you yesterday that something was going to show up, but didn't expect it overnight. A lot of places sit on it for a couple of days before they finally ship it. And this was it was after noon, after 12 noon, when she ordered these things, and they were here at the crack of dawn this morning. I mean, granted, it's not that far away over there in Oregon, but I mean, that's awesome, that kind of quick service. And they have that adventure stand, side stand in stock. And I check on that too. And he goes, well, that was expensive. And I go, yeah, I told you what the price was. So she just ordered the filter. She goes, well, I thought you were just checking on it. Well, I'm going to want it and need it. I don't know why that doesn't come on the bike anyway. It's really not necessary unless it's big, the footprint of it. But it's an adventure bike. You think you'd have it, but BMW doesn't do it either. And they don't sell. They leave it to the aftermarket company to deal with that. But anyway, we got a couple of OEM filters. You know, it's a weird thing about the filters. Oh, this is interesting. So it has, I know the camera won't show this. It actually has the Harley badge and shield on there. The other interesting thing is, just like the BMWs, Molly makes the filters. I think Molly's, are they out of India? I want to say they're made in India. I like the, well, they all do that. M22 is just telling you it's a 22 millimeter thread. But genuine Harley filter. And I'm happy that they're made by that, because, you know, we've had, actually there's people that pull like BMW filters apart, and there's some Molly, that's who makes all the BMW oil filters. And they are high quality. Really good. You know who's shockingly good, really good, is High Flow Filtro. They're a budget. These things I think are $17 or something a piece, and the High Flows, they're $10, and they're super high quality. But and they rate really high. If you look at any of the filter reviews, really high. The pleating, the construction, what do you call it? The check valve, not check valve, but they keep it the dirty oil from flushing back into the engine when you stop running it. And, they got to have a check valve that works really good as well. If you don't change your oil or something unfortunately happens and it plugs the filter media to a point that it restricts the flow, it opens up. Very few of them. There's some filters that actually have a screen around that. But that screen, at that point, if your motor is filling up, it's got junk flowing through it to a point it's restricting the flow of oil. You just need, it's done anyway. You got some serious problems. So, restricting what goes through there, and that little filter that they put on that check valve would plug virtually instantly. So, yeah, there's no point in it. If that check valve ever has to open up in one of these things, one of the things that can happen, and you got to be careful, using a really thick oil. Like if you live in a really cold place, and Harley tells you to use a lighter weight oil at whatever temperatures, you want to do that. I don't know if you know this or not, but if you start an engine with thick oil and the oil is really cool, guess what happens? The check valve opens. It's too thick to make it through the media. So the check valve opens. So until that oil warms up and goes through the filter media, you're running unfiltered oil in your engine. So pay attention to that. A lot of times, in all my Harleys, I use Motorex 10W50. I was using 1060, but I think the 60, it's a little too much. I went back to the 1050. I hardly recommends a 1550 for the Pan America, so we have it in liter bottles, but 4 liters cost about $12 more than buying the gallon, and we don't have the gallon bottles here. She ordered it like twice for stock, and I think the service director didn't like it and he kicked him out each time, so she finally ordered it under my name. It only takes a day or two to get here. I think it comes out of a Nevada warehouse, so I should have the oil tomorrow. But I got 2 oil filters. Oh, another thing, this is kind of weird. So High Flow Filtro, K&N, and some no-named thing that Drag Specialties, their parts very seldom are junk. But I would still be afraid to order an oil filter that literally has no name on it. None whatsoever. It's just from Drag Specialty. But Drag Specialty will do that. You remember when we couldn't get the Spyder Yuasa batteries? The only thing was those Haiju batteries, and they test bad, brand new right out of the box. They are literally guaranteed to fail. We've actually had some last a couple years, which was very shocking. But most of the time, they're like right away. you have to put a UAS in there. So Kelly's getting them from Drag Specialties. Well, the box says Drag Specialties, and when you pull the battery out of the box, it has Drag Specialties, but they put a great big sticker on there. But it is actually a for real, for Roger D, UAS battery. They just rebadge them. But, so the K&N, which is a KN 176, the high flow is a HF 176. I like to get, if I'm using a high flow filter, they got a RC, which is a super high quality one. But anyway, K&N used to list it, high flow still list it, and Drag Specialties list it. K&N has officially said we're not going to supply those filters anymore. And high flow filtro, they show it on their website, but you can't order direct from the website. You have to go through a vendor. No one has it. They have every high flow filter for anything they make them for, but you type in HF 176, doesn't exist. And the Drag Specialty one, I think it shows it in their catalog still, both the paper one and online, through our dealer network, looking at them, and it just says out of stock. Well, I've heard that they've been out of stock since like 2022. So one guy come up with the thought, maybe Harley's controlling that filter, because the same filter fits all the Revolution Max, the Sportsters, the Pan America, and all that stuff. So it's interesting. Is Harley controlling the oil filter? That kind of makes little but no sense, but I don't know. You can't get it. You have to get, if you have a Pan America, you have to buy the Harley filter, which is no big deal. You can order it online, or you can walk into a shop anywhere and they have it, and it's about an average price for a premium oil filter, like $17. No big deal. So I order a couple. You do the first service. I got the next 2 services. And I don't like to get too many of them, because you remember I stocked up on the ones, and I ended up I still have them, because Harley updated the oil filter for the M8s. Remember, you had to look inside and see there was a red dot when you look down at the end of it. It was a bigger filter. So I'm trying not to get too many on hand, because things will change. They'll update stuff, and I don't want to have some out-of-date ones. I'm sure they'll still work fine. They worked up until the update came, but I like to be up to date. So anyway, very interesting. All right. Hope you like that info. Oh, here's the Pan America and all the Revolution Max Sportsters and whatever different names they have for them. Same filter fits all the Revolution Max motors. Well, let's take this beauty for a little trip. Well, my little test trip. Almost forgot he had the dadgummit. The rear trunk lid shot. Yeah, this thing's got heated grips and everything, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. I don't need them. It's 47 out here. Plus I'm on the Spyder. Boy, she sure, because I roll her off the rack, then push it outside and start it up. Before it rolled with some crazy grunging sounds. Now it's just nice and smooth. Brakes are good. And yeah, she's just crystal smooth. Man, the junk that came out of this thing, it's crazy. And even when I was done, I have it on the rack, finishing it up yesterday. But still stuff, but it needs a detail, so it'll get washed again. The sales guys will take care of that part of it, get her all purdied up for somebody. That's a good looking scooter. I don't know what it was. She was racing yellow. Ooh, this thing's nice and smooth. It's kind of smoky. Raring and ready. Wonder what the ice situation down here is now. Turn signals canceled perfectly. Wow. It is noticeably cooler through here. Yeah, I got a little squeak, but you can get that out of them. Doesn't appear to be any ice here today. I don't know how cold they got to down here last night. Ooh, she's a spunky one too. Wow. It's funny, you jump. Oh, look, this has got the high-low. Oh no, that's the heated grips. About to say it had the adjustable. Oh, it does. Yeah, you gotta have that thing in the middle. Keep that gauge in the middle. If you still have one that you can adjust the, well, they call it hard and soft. It's literally high and low. It's an airbag adjusting the ride height. Oh, she feels lively. I love it when they run like this. She was broke in nicely. Heck yeah. It's funny that how the older ones kind of, they don't have that just solid planted feeling like the newer ones do. If you had one of these and you switched over, and a lot of you guys have commented that you have, yeah, it's a noticeable difference. Can-Am's been making these things a long time. They learned a lot. It's funny as I'm warm, but the air kind of spinning around the back of my helmet. Scared the heck out of that squirrel. The air going around the back of my neck is quite cold. But it was kind of, I'm gonna let him go ahead and go. You've been waiting already. I don't want to make you wait for one more. Man, this thing really runs good. Are they going across? Yep, ultimately they did. This is Mom Spyder. It'd be nice to see old Rick hanging around out here somewhere. Don't see any sign of him though. Poochie poochie. Changes, please. Yeah, nice and lively. You just jump on some of them and go, oh yeah, she's happy. Sunshine out here, it's just amazing. How do we get so lucky? I was up getting Kelly her coffee and my little powder pack of sugar-free apple cider, and the news was running
on the TV in the Riders Lounge, and they're saying, yeah, later this afternoon it's coming in. They're showing it on radar. She's slipping in at us. And guess what? Come Monday and Tuesday, the rain is really light, and it may even be nice. I'm telling you, the curse of motorcycle riders. I was about to say, little Toyota, that's a pretty big turn signal way up in the air there. I think I would heed that guy's warning. You run you over like a Mack truck. Look at the gas prices, $3.79. That's actually cheaper than GC's there in Toledo. But we stopped last night for fuel, and it went down 35 cents. We're now $3.59. Well, $3.60 a gallon. Look how low that sun is already. That's that time of year. It just skims across the southern sky. It's funny, I talk about us down here. We're just, in the Northwest. You know, guys, Canada, Alaska. You guys have extremes of what we have here. Hey, look at there. There's my boy. Look at all that moss. It is growing nice and deep green. It's funny how it comes right back as soon as the weather changes. We just do our little walk around right here. She doesn't have all the pretty leaves like she's had in the past when I come out here and gander at her. Park brake where it should be. I don't know if it should be. It's just where it was for so long. She's beauty. Really, it doesn't need that much of a detail, but cleaning in there to get just more water flowing through it. Clean it up. The dirt is all just in the chassis and in the front end. Nothing on the top was dirty. It's actually in really good shape. I wonder how many people in these businesses over here. Look at this Goomba out here talking to himself. He's talking to that Spyder out there. Something's wrong with that boy. Well, I would agree. There's probably something wrong. I wouldn't argue too much. We all have our little faults and oddities and quirks and what have you. I just can't believe how spunky this thing is. He's probably just so happy to be ridden again. $12,500 miles. Yeah, she lights that back wheel up, no problem. Oh, I was just thinking, I want to see the sky on a super nice day like today. Hello there, see the sky. It's crazy how often we're kind of taking the same path home for just, a mile or two. We must be on the same schedule. Yeah, them fir needles are they'll stick because it's, it's wet out, but the rains and stuff, they go through their little molting or whatever you call it. It's weird, the needles are literally everywhere, but you don't ever, the trees are always just the same brilliant green. They got that business open. This used to be just empty parking. They used to take thumbnails and stuff over there. Now it's all filled up. That must feel good to whoever owned the buildings to have them leased out now. One happy Spyder. Yep, I could spend some serious time today on this because it is fantastic out here. Why can't we have these days at home? Please, Mother Nature. Cedric, he always has a little say. He cracks me up half the time in his comments. I was talking about Mother Nature messing with us. This thing's actually quite, I mean, it hasn't even been sitting out in the rain or nothing. I didn't wash none of this. It's just the way it came. It went through its deal, and he tried to wash it the best he could, and realized there were some issues, and trailered him in, and didn't leave with him. He left with a couple of brand new 24s. And the folks that got the two special sea disguise, the white ones, I hear from him that he got that for his wife and daughter. He has got a Goldwing sidecar, I believe. I think I mistakenly said it was a trike. He's got a bunch of bikes. He's still a two-wheeler. He likes his three-wheelers too, but he's got three wheels, just not on a Spyder or conventional trike, you know. But it's good to hear people are happy with their choices. I like that myself. Really glad you're happy with something you chose. That's not always been true, but here lately I choose wisely, as I like to say. Anyway, I'm gonna bounce. Thanks for coming along for the rip on this absolutely gorgeous day. Well, hello there, you two. Almighty, another starry night. We're coming up the hill. It looked like it was gonna be foggy up here, but it was just like a section through some fields or something. But yeah, it's just stars out there. It's really nice. Real nice.
Purdy.
So
Cold.
yeah, definitely cold. Got the BMW on my rack. We're gonna do it next instead of going on to the next deal. If there's any problems we need to know now. Plus I was telling you earlier, we got to get the authorization from the third-party warranty company. But other than that, it was a good day. Beautiful outside for the most part.
Yes, it was.
Got a Spyder ride. That was really nice.
It was really cold.
Gorgeous. No, it wasn't bad at all. It said 47, but it felt warmer than that.
I know, you're crazy. Every time I had to go outside, it was like,
But I think on that, we're going to bounce out.
Alrighty, well, thank you guys so much for watching. We really do appreciate it. We will talk to you tomorrow. Same smoke time, same smoke channel. Don't forget to give her a thumbs up, and you guys have a wonderful Thursday or Friday.
Heck yeah. All right.
We see you in the morning.
We'll see you then. Thanks for watching now. Bye-bye.